What's up, everybody? This is Rob of Archangel Inc., www.archangelinc.com, and in this video, I want to talk about formatting for your print edition, a simple format for the print edition. I did another video recently on formatting for the digital edition using the Archangel Inc. skeleton file as your basis. And in this video, I want to use a pre-formatted CreateSpace template, which is available in lots of different trim sizes, and as far as I know, should still work for KDP print, even though CreateSpace is the original intended platform. And I will include a link to that down below. But I just want to go over this a little bit and demonstrate the more or less copy-paste procedure and then tweaking things a little bit. So here is the Publish Professional, how self-publishing can help build your brand, attract more clients, and increase sales, written by me, and then our formatting template. And this is in 5x8 trim size, which is what I selected. So book title. So here's your opportunity to just enter that information. And I would probably enter your subtitle as well. And you might need to adjust the font size just a bit so you can fit everything on there, but we'll see. And there we go. And maybe we can adjust that font size a little bit. It's set to Garamond 36. Now, there are some considerations when you get to print editions that you don't have to think about as much for digital editions. Specifically, you have to decide what font you want to use. Not all fonts are going to look good in a print edition. And you can poke around online, see what the recommendations are. In this case, they use Garamond. I think that's what we used for most of our early print editions, and I like it pretty well. But because print editions are basically fixed layout editions, they have to have everything decided beforehand. What you see is going to be more or less what you get when it's actually printed. Unlike a digital edition where the end user can adjust the font size, adjust the font style, adjust the size of the margins and that kind of thing, you can't do that with a digital or with a print edition. It's going to be what it's going to be. So anyway, let's change the size of that subtitle and we can mess around, let's say 24, and we might do this. There we go. Could even make that a little smaller, and you can tweak it around a little bit. Let's try 20. There we go. And then author name, we'll input that. And copyright is going to be 2000, let's say 18, Rob Archangel. And we mentioned in this edition, as we were doing the digital version, we have the ISBN here. Now this is an ISBN that I purchased for Archangel Inc., and it has our imprint on it. If you have it assigned from KDP print, then you can use that same information. They will give you usually the ISBN 10 and the ISBN 13, possibly just one or the other, but you can go ahead and enter that. And actually, let's see, what is the style here? Normal. So copy this and then insert it, paste, and we'll do normal. Whoops. Nope. So sometimes it does funny things like that, and it's not entirely clear to me why that happens. And so, there are some difficulties that come up periodically when you're working on formatting for a print edition. But in this case, I'm just going to enter it in manually. -85-6 and 13. and should be good to go. Dedication, if you have one, you can enter it here. If you don't, you can go ahead and delete it. And then your contents, just like last time, we'll go ahead and insert it. And this, is a little bit different than the digital edition. So again, I would actually, rather than copying and pasting it, go ahead and just physically enter it right in preface and introduction and so forth. And then acknowledgments, if you have any of those, you can enter those or get rid of it. Chapter 1, preface. And as it says, insert chapter 1 text here. So we will do that. Paste, or rather copy all of that, highlight and paste it over the preface. Paste. Perfect. All right, and we want to highlight this back and go to body text. So that's what we have actually. So they have a style set up, first paragraph and then body text. So the first paragraph, as you'll see, is not indented. The remainder will be. So we'll change that, and then I'll add that indentation for your print edition. And you would just basically copy and paste it for each of the chapters all the way down the road. Once you have all of your chapters inset, you can enter the corresponding page number and insert that within the table of contents, page number, and so forth. And one of the things that's kind of nice about this version is you can see the 2-page layout, depending on your screen size. And yeah, you can also make adjustments to the author name up here. If you want, you could include something like the name of the chapter or the name of the book. But in this case, we will leave it as author name. All right. And you also have the footers down below with the page numbers. You don't have to worry about hyperlinks. You don't have to worry about whether your table of contents is formatted appropriately so that you can find the or go to the right section in the book. All of this is going to be just like a print edition. When you have it, it's going to be paper in hand. So the main thing that you want to worry about and make sure to get right is that your chapter names actually correspond with the appropriate page numbers. So anyway, that's the gist of it. This is a short version of how you can use a pre-formatted template to build this. And this isn't bad. This CreateSpace formatted template is really pretty decent for books. You can certainly do a lot worse. I would say that some of the early projects that we worked on, there are some little things about this pre-formatted template that we didn't include. And for example, having the headers and the footers labeled appropriately, and having the first paragraph start without an indentation, and then the subsequent paragraphs including indentations. And so there are decent elements to this. And again, you can check out and download these templates at the link that I will include in the description here. But hopefully this helps. If you want to do some print formatting, this is going to be a good place to start if you're using Microsoft Word. Again, as mentioned in the blog post, we use Adobe InDesign. It's really sophisticated. You can do some really cool things with it, and a lot of customization and stylization and all of that. But this is going to be a good introduction for the DIYer who really has more time than money to invest and doesn't want to hire out a some outside help to customize it and create something that's going to look really sharp and really professional and really unique and kind of appropriate for your particular project. This is going to be something that's just going to look sharp and professional, albeit a little bit more generic and a little bit more widely available. But any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'm happy to answer them as best I can. And definitely feel free to check out the rest of that formatting post, which I will include the link of as well in the description. This is Rob Archangel of archangelinc.com, and I will see you folks next time.